back to Moundridge Sports Network. We got a great game planned for you guys at home. Bennington Bulldogs are going to be taking up the Moundridge Wildcats in a thriller at home in the den. First game back after a break. So we're going to be expecting a lot of great things tonight. So make sure you guys stay tuned to watch some epic basketball we got planned for you guys.
I'm excited to watch tonight's boys game, as last year Bennington had a pretty good run in the sub-state tournament here at Moundridge, just falling short to a really good El Saline team that took fourth, I believe, at the state tournament this year. So I'm excited to see how the boys come out and compete against our boys team, which is undefeated so far and ranked number 1 in the 2A class. So, and also on that, but we're going on the girls' side now. The Bennington girls are a very athletic team, and I'm excited to see how they can match up with the Wildcats' size. Bennington really lacks in size tonight, and I'm excited to see if they can compensate for that against a really good Moundridge girls team. So we'll be able to see that as it comes in a minute and 46 to you guys.
Yeah, and I think that was very well said, Finn. You know, we got a lot to see tonight. And, you know, honestly, it's just going to be what can the Wildcats do just to show off, you know, make the fans in the crowd go home pleased from what they watch. So, like you said, we got about a minute. We'll be back after the break.
Please are down to Landfill.
And as we get close to this first quarter action, we're going to see what we've got in store for you guys at home tonight. A lot of big expectations from the Lady Cats in this one. So we're going to see what comes out of it. Lady Cats 6-1 on the year so far, looking to advance to 7-1 at home, where they go away and play Sterling on Friday. And we know that's going to be a great matchup for the boys' game coming up. But we will not be heading out to Sterling, so if you guys would like to watch that game, make sure you tune in to Sterling's broadcast, where you can see the game from. Finn, Paul, any thoughts before we get underway?
Here we go, Joe.
As Unruh now is going to recover that bad miss. You know, the Cats like to go on a run early, like we've talked about in the past. So we're going to see if they can get to their spots and just execute some plays. As Clark is on the wing now. Bit of a slow possession from the Bulldogs coming in. Patrick with the steal. Finds Heatox. Inside to Kamiko. Kamiko kick back out to Heatox. She pump fakes. Drives. Hits Kamiko. Skips it across to Patrick in the corner. She'll fake. Find Unruh. Stays patient. Nice defense from the Bulldogs coming in early. Heatox looking for that flash inside. Patrick, long range three, just off the side. As Unruh recovers it and gets the traveling violation called on her. So the Wildcats will come in a press early on, trying to test the Bulldogs' limits. And a push on Heatox off the glass. She'll get one clean. And a nice floater from the left. Cats still up now. Bulldogs really moving the ball well. Breaking the press pretty easily. Down low, just off the side. Heatox pushing the ball now. Kicks it to Patrick. Patrick's going to set something up. Heatox finds her sister in the corner. She'll skip it. Patrick will pump fake. Fixed by Unruh. She'll find Heatox on the wing. The Bulldogs is really not giving up any open shots as Heatox takes one. It'll bounce high. Nice rebound from Bartlett, number 34 for the Bulldogs. Bulldogs really got to get their offense going here. To get something on the board.
I have been happy with how the Bulldogs are attacking the Wildcats on defense. Holding the Wildcats under 2 points in the first 4 minutes is pretty good.
Yeah, and I think going into this matchup, no one really expected it to be, you know, a good game, and I really think tonight's going to be one of those that's going to shock you. As the Bulldogs recover there, miss the layup. High arcing pass to Conkling. She'll skip it over to Unruh. Unruh finds Heatox as they'll pass it back and forth. Conkling had a shot. She took it still. Got it! What a shot from Conkling. Start waking up the gym and get everybody going. That's a big shot. Tipped away by Unruh. She got it. Over to Conkling. Conkling's gonna go up. Physical touch, won't go. Rebound, back out to Hecox. Unruh, her three-pointer. Just off the side of the rim. Diving into the student section for the loose ball.
That'd be a foul on number 24, Macy Kimiko.
But that's the type of hustle we're gonna need to see out of the Bulldogs if they really wanna make it a game tonight. Got to be more physical as the Bulldogs here. Got to get the ball down the court. They can't have this happen. Or Moundridge is going to run Bennington out of the gym with this press. Conkling looking for the inbound. Finds it over to Hecox. She's going to hit Unruh. Unruh driving inside, picks up. Kimiko thought about it. Barely grabbed by Hecox. She'll recover. Wildcats really got to get their momentum started here because this is the time where the game needs to start picking up, Paul.
Yeah, Joe, I definitely agree. And that's a good three from Conklin right there. Conklin's really starting to make a presence in this game, Joe.
Yeah, and like I said, that's the type of shot the Cats needed there, just to really start going, get everybody in a fluent rhythm. (8-0) now. Bulldogs yet to get on the board in the first. Nice drive. Snatched away by Stoss. It's going to be a foul.
That call there got the Wildcat fans.
Yeah, the fans are not happy after that one.
Not very happy.
That'll be Macy Kimiko's second foul tonight. The team's third.
I almost thought they were calling that on number 30, Aspen Stoss.
Nice steal from Unruh. Gives her a full head of steam as she'll go up. Rebound Conkling after Unruh's miss in transition. Hecox finds the kick. Unruh's gonna rip through baseline. High pickup, pro step. Almost spins it in.
It's almost like Unruh is just trying too hard.
Big three-pointer from Bennington, just short. As Unruh's got it again. This could be a dunk. Let's see. Got it. And that's exactly what they need to send Bennington to their first timeout. We'll bring you guys right back after the break. Taking us back. Watson will bring down the ball for the Bulldogs. Trying to start their offense roller coaster. Big shot. Got it. And it drops.
That was what? 22 Clark.
What a three-pointer. Yeah. Big shot from Clark to get the Bulldogs woken up.
Poked free by Clark, but was rebounded by Patrick. Patrick swings it over to other Patrick. To Hecox. Swings it to Addison Patrick. Peacocks with the ball. Conklin in the corner. Decides to take a three. And that is airball poorly. Rebounded by number 14, Simmons.
Yeah, and the biggest thing the Cats can do is stay disciplined and not take contested shots like that, because it's not a great look. You know, obviously we can get stuff open and get a better shot than that. There's no need to take fully contested shots. It's a hard rebound from Stas. Gonna give the ball away. That's number 34, Jordan Bartlett, the 5'5" senior.
Her first foul tonight.
Patrick with the ball in the corner. Swings to Hecox. To Patrick on the other side of the court. There goes a three. The rough miss there. As this first quarter is winding down, Bennington tries to push the ball, but it gets stolen by Conklin. Conklin will bring the ball up for the Wildcats.
This 2-3 zone that Bennington is in tonight seems to really be perplexing the Wildcats.
It's a nice athletic play there, trying to keep the ball in bounds from Hecox.
Yeah, Finn, I was agreeing with what you're saying about this 2-3 zone. Really holding the Cats to kind of a minimum. You know, honestly, I think if you're Bennington, you just put some points on the board and you got yourself a ball game.
Seems as if the Wildcats don't know what to do with the ball quite yet against the zone.
Might be looking for a last shot opportunity in this first quarter.
It's going to come down to it with 13 winding down. 10-3, not a bad start from the Cats, but we're going to see what's left in the rest of the game as Conklin will kind of stumble out. Bennington's got a chance. Got to go for the heave.
Number 13, Dossett, comes back in for the Bulldogs, taking out number 12, Watson.
2 seconds, she's got to yuck it. Oh, it was close, but it won't go. That'll round out your first. 10-3. We'll be back. As we welcome you back to the second quarter action out of the timeout. 10-3 so far, and the Cats got a lot more left. Simmons here tries to fire one just off the right side of the rim. It's Kamiko trying to look to push the ball. Patrick hits Hecox. Hecox. Nice ball movement from the Cats.
Under decides to slow things down, set up the offense. Hecox with the ball in the corner. Up top to Under, back to Hecox. To Patrick in the corner. Poked free there by Simmons, and it looks like it's going to be Bennington ball.
So that'll give a little bit of electricity to the Bulldogs' way.
Yeah, this Moundridge girls team just looks pretty slow coming out of winter break, and I'm really been greatly surprised by the Bulldogs. It's been really fun to watch.
Poked free by Hecox. Pass inside to Patrick, and Patrick gets fouled. Patrick will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and that's a bit of an awkward contest there down low.
Almost like their arms got kind of caught together there.
Right.
But a foul is a foul nonetheless.
Patrick's got a chance here to get her first points of the night, and she will. Goes 1 for 1 from the line tonight, shooting 100%. Patrick's second. Cash.
Wildcats extend their lead to 9 points.
And a nice pass away from the Bulldogs. Winters hands it off, fires. Just off, rebounded by the Cats. That's one thing the Cats are doing really well tonight is just the defensive rebounds. Oh my goodness. What a play from the Wildcats there. The pass from Unruh.
Bartlett gets free.
Long range three-pointer. Bulldogs kind of just rushing offense.
I feel like the Bulldogs are in this game if they could just knock down a few more shots. They haven't had much to any shots fall down so far in this game.
Yeah, it's really just who's going to get active for the Bulldogs and get them fired up. And start making those shots that are going to matter. Full head of steam. Clark spins. Handoff to Dossett. Dossett fires it away. Contested. Just off.
This game seems to be really back and forth. No team really wanting to slow things down and just start building your offense and putting it together.
Yeah, and I get it. There's been a lot of transition in the past 4 minutes of play. We've seen up and down both ways. It's just going to be who's going to slow down and start taking the smart shots and do what's needed to win the game.
Bennington sticking with their 2-3 zone.
If the Bulldogs can really just slow down the pace and just collect themselves, you know, be calm, get all the nerves out.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be any anyways, but
I think just try to replicate what they did in the first quarter.
yeah, they had a great start. They were locking up the Cats offensively wise and made a lot of great plays on defense and just, you know, kind of just went away, and we're to see if they can get that back.
Just no shots are falling really for the Bulldogs.
Timeout from the Wildcats. We will see you guys back at the end of this timeout.
The Moundridge Sports Network is brought to you by these sponsors. The Moundridge High School Alumni Association. Bradbury is a proud supporter of Moundridge High School athletics and activities. We believe in building strong teams on the field and in the workplace. Join our team. We're hiring right here in Moundridge. Go Wildcats. Since 1897, Daring Home Services has been your trusted partner. From leaky pipes to faulty furnaces, we've got you covered. Plus, our hardware store has everything you need to DIY. Daring Home Services, we've been getting it right for over 125 years.
We welcome you back here at the end of that timeout. Wildcat ball.
As Unruh's going to try to get something started here. And, you know, like we said, immediately the Cats come out way quieter, start slowing stuff down for themselves. Hecox just rises up, can't get it to fall. Bartlett gets the rebound. She'll look to push something. Crossover, pass out, corner, wide open, three-pointer. Got it to go!
Dossett with a nice three.
That's exactly what we were talking about. Just slow down and get some smart shots, and it'll work out for you guys.
That cuts the lead down to only 10 points.
Heatox now in the corner. Tee up Kamiko, Unruh corner. She kicks one over. Knocked away. Bartlett gets the steal. Bartlett finds that outside. Winters inside, enters. Kicked away, saved. It'll be off the line, going the Wildcats' way as Stas, Conklin, and Patrick will check into the game now for the Wildcats.
Kamiko, Unruh, and Heacox will go out for the Wildcats.
Joe, do you think that injured hamstring from Unruh has anything to do with her performance tonight?
I'd say a little bit, honestly. I'm not mad. That's not my job. I don't really know how severe the injury is, but I get that it can interact with some things, but at the end of the day, if you really want to just play hard, you gotta power through some of those little things. Nice shot from the corner, just short. A fast break here. Simmons gets it. It's a nice bucket there as the Bulldogs start to wake up. As the Bulldogs could easily beat the Wildcats tonight if they really locked in. Started making the plays like this that's going to swing the game in their favor. So don't count them out of this yet. It's really anyone's ball game.
I think Bennington's been playing really good so far.
Seacox is going to try and get inside. Conkling, same idea, kick out. Short corner. Conkling in the three, just off.
The last time this Wildcats offense has faced a 2-3 zone, they picked it apart pretty well, but Bennington seems to be doing a pretty good job.
A nice bucket there. Rebound Bartlett, kick out. Finds Dossett now. Simmons, she's going to take her time. Spins through, loses it. She can dribble. She doesn't know, though. Bartlett gets the handoff. She thinks about the mid-range. Three-pointer, long range. Just off. Stas gets the rebound for the Cats. Over to Patrick at the high wing. We'll stall some clock here. Conkling in the corner. High pass over to Heacox. Patrick wide open. Just off the back. Gets her own rebound.
Knuckleball there.
And this is where the composure from the Cats comes from, is them playing this slow, patient game and trying to make all the right moves. Kick out to Patrick. Inside the Stas. Knocked away. Winters finds herself getting it back. Conkling tips it out.
So with that out of bounds throw, I feel like the Cats offense is very predictable right now. All they do is start up top, pass to the corner, or drive in and then dish out to the corner, then look in, then just keep doing that over and over again. I mean, it's got to be easy for the Bulldogs to know what's coming.
Yeah, and this will be a great game for the Cats to try out something new, get something else going, and to see if they can confuse the Bulldogs a little bit. Just run more of a mysterious offensive game plan. As Conkling in the corner again, just off the back. Stas rebound, misses it. As Conkling gets herself, she'll finish through adversity. Nails it with 50 left. 18-8. Bulldogs need a score before halftime to stay in it. Clark looks for it, down low. Clark pump fakes, jabs out.
The Bulldogs are
stay with it.
Bulldogs are a bit bunched together there. Need to keep their spacing.
That'll head back the Wildcats' way with 32 seconds left in this half.
I think if you're the Wildcats, you just slow it down, try to run down the clock, get a last second shot going.
Yeah, that's probably what they're going to do. I'm wondering who's going to take that shot at the end of this 20 seconds.
If I'm the coach, I'm thinking my point guard, Cami Unruh. probably the most accurate three-point shooter on the team as of now. I would definitely trust her taking the shot.
I would definitely say try and hit Conklin in the corner, which they will.
Conklin is pretty lethal, but she does miss that one.
As we round out this first half of play, it'll be 18-8. Kind of a low-scoring game for the Cats, but don't go anywhere. We've got a lot of basketball action, so stay tuned, and we'll be back after halftime.
The Moundridge Sports Network is brought to you by these sponsors. The Moundridge High School Alumni Association. Bradbury is a proud supporter of Moundridge High School athletics and activities. We believe in building strong teams on the field and in the workplace. Join our team. We're hiring right here in Moundridge. Go Wildcats. Since 1897, Daring Home Services has been your trusted partner. From leaky pipes to faulty
Peacocks, and Emerald.
Taking you guys back now out of the halftime, 18-8. We're going to see what we got in store for you guys. Cats had a lot of momentum in the first half. We're going to see if the Bulldogs are going to fight back at all. A nice rebound there from Heacock sets the tone. Unruh now finds Patrick. Patrick inside entry, denied. Watson's gonna take this one, full head of steam. Spins, shot up, just rattles out. Bartlett stays down after the rebound. Unruh goes up, finishes high off. She got the roll.
That's her 4th point tonight.
Kind of a slow start here for Unruh. Only 4 points in the...
I think the best thing that the Bulldogs should do on offense right now is just look for a long three. Like that is exactly what I'm saying, honestly. If they just start getting active from outside of the arc, this game is going to change a lot differently. Because, I mean, we watched film. Threes are a lot of their game, and that's what they like to do on offense. So if they just really stick to it, I think this is going to be a lot closer than you guys think.
Coach Huxman has not been pleased with how her players are playing so far.
Nine-point game here.
That'll be a charge called on Cami Unruh, her first personal foul tonight.
Stolen by Kimiko, but
Bartlett gets it back now. Clark inside, stuck up by Unruh as Watson now finds herself finding Winters. Winters driving inside, swatted away, rebound Winters. She's going to go up, floater, and it's going to draw the foul. Winters has a chance to go to the line.
That's another foul on Cami Unruh, her second, just 2 minutes into this quarter.
Yeah, she got both of those fouls in back-to-back possessions, so really got to get her stop hacking. That's the bottom line.
Guys, if you were this Wildcats offense, what do you think you have to do to really just put more points on the board?
Honestly, they got to just be patient. You know, they have all the time in the world. It's only been 2 quarters, and they only have 20 points. So just taking better and open shots, just swinging the ball, trying to get inside is really going to be their best bet.
Poked free there by Bartlett, and the refs are going to say that it's still Bulldog ball.
Yeah, and like you said, the Cats were a little bit lackluster in the start, a little bit of that sluggish winter break feel. They got to break that immediately if they want to play like themselves. Bartlett hands it off.
We got a double dribble call there. It'd be Wildcat ball.
Number 4, Winters on the turnover.
Chloe Dossett has really surprised me so far this game. She's proven to be one of the Bulldogs' best players as she has 6 points so far in tonight's contest.
Patrick denied. Finds Heacock in the corner. Bunched up is the Wildcats offense. Kick out. Patrick long range 3. Just can't get it to go. Heacock's another one. Fires. Mangoes! What a shot from Heacock's outside of the arc to get the fire active. I think the three-point line is going to be both teams' best friends tonight if they keep shooting how both teams are shooting.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. I mean,
Blocked by Kamiko. As Unruh goes up for it. Left-handed scoop and score.
Unruh is really starting to pick up the pace here a little bit. Starting to seem more like herself.
She has 6 now on the night. Bulldogs got to get something going. Bartlett taking the time. High pass, just out of bounds. Gonna go back to the Wildcats. The Bulldogs can't make these little mistakes and let the Wildcats capitalize on the turnovers and missed calls.
Yeah, Joe, I think both sides are kind of just throwing some shots up. I think you just kind of need to be a bit more dialed in and take better shots.
Yeah, and this kind of just feels like a see what happens type of game. You know, they're kind of just getting up and down and just kind of playing basketball. Heacock swings it to the corner. Conkling. We know she takes contested shots, so honestly, staying off her a little bit in the corner gives her enough space. Patrick's going to look for the kick. She'll swing it over to Conkling. Conkling hits inside to Heacock. Heacock outside to Unruh. She's going to rip through. Pro step 1-2. Euro in the basket.
Cats extend their lead to 15, and that'll be Unruh's 8th point tonight.
Bulldogs need an opportunity here. Bartlett kick out. Clark has it, driving down low. Kick out to Bartlett. And Caswell can't get the pass off for the Bulldogs, causing another turnover, staying with the Wildcats after the next possession.
Simmons will come back in for the Bulldogs, taking out Winters.
27-12 with 3 minutes to go in the third. Paul, what are you looking to see in these last 3 minutes of this quarter?
Honestly, Joe, based off of the play, I'm not expecting to see a whole bunch, but I would like to see both sides just try to calm down a little bit and take some better shots.
Yeah, exactly like you were saying. Just slow down and take better shots to not let things like that happen.
Yeah, Joe, I think both sides are just throwing stuff up at this point.
I would like to see what the total shots taken this game will end up to be.
It's definitely a lot. All right,
that'd be an interesting number.
As Unruh's wide open, she's going to miss her same spot almost.
Maybe it's something wrong with the rims. Everybody seems to be off tonight.
It is not the rims.
Hey, Kobe noticed an inch, man.
Takes a lot of skill to know something like that.
I guess, if you shoot all day, every day, for years on end, maybe you will.
Yep.
Under with the ball at the top. Pass to Patrick on the wing. To Stoss in the corner. Back to Patrick. To Conklin at the top. Kamiko going to work in the paint there. Swings it to Patrick. Patrick trying to drive, but there's nothing there. Back to Conklin. Kick out to Unruh. Stoss also going to work at the high post. Conklin in the corner. To Unruh. Unruh driving baseline, looking for a layup. Might have got fouled there, but no call. As Bartlett gets up very slow after that. There's going to be a foul called.
As Unruh gets
yeah,
a little bit flustered after that one.
That would be her third foul of the night. As Hallie Heacox checks back in for the Wildcats.
A bit of an angry couple possessions there from Unruh. I don't know if you were watching, but
she missed a few shots.
Kind of just let her emotions get the best of her.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's Clark pump fake. She's going to drive. Bulldogs all over the floor.
Everybody's falling.
Bartlett driving. Full head of steam to throw one up, and the foul will be taken. To Stocks.
Kind of a prayer there, Joe.
Yeah, I'm shocked on the foul call there, but other than that, it was a good take. as she has a chance to knock down 2 of these and she'll nail the first.
That is Bartlett's first points of the game.
As she'll go 2 for 2. 27-14 with 1:15 winding down. Cats have really slowed down the offensive pace in this second half of the ball game.
Honestly, Joe, that might be the key to success, just taking the time off the clock. That way Bennington can't really do a whole lot.
That one's swatted out by number 14, Simmons, the 5'5" senior.
Good defensive play there. Patrick in the corner. Back up top to Conklin. Kick out to Hecox. Conklin in the corner. Back to Hecox. Back to Conklin. 3 from Conklin. That's good. That will give the Wildcats 30.
That's a nice shot from the corner.
Conklin's really putting in the work tonight. She's already got 11 points.
Leading scorer for the Cats.
Good board there from Kamiko.
18 seconds left. The Cats will look to take a last-second shot.
I think Conklin's going to take it. They're leaving her wide. Stoss in the corner. Got to kick it. Conklin, 1 second left. Hecox throws it up. No time left, and it would have gone if she got it off in time. 30-14. See, I don't know why Conklin doesn't just shoot that at the top of the key when she's wide open there. That one more pass just isn't needed. But that'll round out the third. We'll be back after the break.
Count on. Call today to receive a free quote.
I started off.
Pumpkin Ranch. We are a Western themed. You pick a pumpkin patch and flower.
Taking us back now. Fourth quarter action underway. Starters back in. This is their chance to really shine and just kind of have a lot of flexibility in their offense plan to kind of just get what they want. Moundridge going to hit Patrick. Bulldogs not giving up on defense. Foul on number 4, Sarah Winters.
That's her second foul of the night. Wildcat ball on the baseline. Inbounded to Hecox, to Patrick, to other Hecox, to Kamiko. Kicks out to Unreal. Under driving baseline, back into Kamiko. Kamiko going up. No good off the glass. Rebound there from number 22, Clark. Clark trying to push the ball now. That's number 13, Dossett. Rebounded by Kamiko. Pass to Hecox. Hecox pushing the ball. Pass out to Kamiko. Swung over to Unreal. Back to Kamiko, to Hecox on the wing. Inside deal, the other Hecox. Swung over to Unreal, Under driving now, just saying I'll put the team on my back, but can't get it to go. Rebounded by Chemico, though. You gotta respect Chemico for going in there and getting all those rebounds. But Chemico is very hot after that call.
This Moundridge team has let the emotions flow into this game so far. It's been very emotional and bodies everywhere so far in this game.
Very tense in the den tonight. Can't let your emotions get the best of you has really been the moral of the story in the girls' game as they're up 16 in the fourth quarter with a lot left to play as the Bulldogs close that gap to 14.
I kind of feel like the emotions flow through when the girls, things aren't going their way and when they face adversity, you know? And that's something that they do need to clean up as the season goes forward.
As we come back now, Clark gets one. Back-to-back-to-back possessions.
This Bulldogs offense might have something going for them.
That's Clark's 5th point tonight.
Patrick's going to find Hecox in the corner. Corner's been an eventful place for the Cats tonight, but a three won't go. As I was saying, a lot of passes have just been either thrown to the wing and a lot of just standing around. Got to get moving. You know, you got to be useful. You got to move without the ball and get yourself open. You know, make the plays for your team, and that's going to keep you guys in it.
Bit of a late call there from the ref, but they are the officials, not us, so we will trust their calls.
5 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in this contest.
Inbounded to Hecox. Back to Unruh mid-range. Way off.
That's not a shot you really see Unruh missing if she's wide open. Bit of a pro hop there. Won't go. Good move.
Good board from Hecox. Hecox now pushing the ball. Pass to Patrick in the corner. Back into Hecox. Hecox driving, looking for a layup, and she gets one.
It's a nice floater.
That gives Hecox 5 tonight. Dossett with the ball.
Hecox is really, I would say she's probably the glue guy on the team, honestly. She doesn't ever really show a lot of emotions and kind of just makes the play. You know, she can shoot threes, she can get down the hill.
That'll be another foul on Cami Unruh, her 4th tonight. She's just one away from fouling out.
You gotta wonder if Unruh is just really in her head right now.
A lot of mistakes from the Wildcats side has just kind of costed them a blowout win tonight instead of this game, which has been a lot closer than it needed to be nonetheless.
Simmons misses her first.
Cats need to get off the glass here to rebound after the miss if she misses.
These are just points you cannot miss if you are the Bulldogs right now.
Oh, she shot a three.
As Hecox topples over into the paint. I'm just standing there, maybe she caught a gust of wind or something.
It is pretty windy in here.
It is a little bit windy in here. I do feel a bit of a breeze going.
That mistake will cost her a point.
5 minutes winding down. Not a lot of game left for the Bulldogs to try and get some air.
It's going to be a foul called on number 12, Watson. That'll give the Wildcats the ball underneath. Inbounded to Hecox, to Conklin in the corner. Conklin's going to take a contested three and just a little bit too much muscle on that one. Clark pushing the ball now for the Bulldogs. As Bartlett tries to take a three of her own, but it just bounces out. Hecox with a nice layup, almost gets the and one there, but just a little bit too strong off the glass.
Now Hecox will have a chance to get that point back from falling from the gust of wind earlier. Hecox's first is good.
She does in fact get that point back. I wonder if maybe Mr. Will can get this wind under control. You know, he's really the go-to guy for just about everything around the school. So I don't know if he's in the house tonight, but if he is, hopefully he will fix that for us.
Hopefully Mr. William Randall Kane will come and save the wind gust.
Good board there from Conklin. Sees Hecox down the court. Hecox driving baseline. Tries to swing it, and whoa! Bit of a collision down underneath the glass. Hopefully both players are okay. As number 3, Kami Underwood, checks back in for the Wildcats. She's going to give Hattie Hecox a break after that collision.
It's a good charge take there by number 13, Chloe Dossett on the Bulldogs, and that'll be Hecox's second foul tonight.
Just about 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter. If you're the Bulldogs, you really got to get some points up on the board. A nice layup there from number 14, Simmons. Bennington will call a full timeout after that layup. We will see you guys back after the break. We welcome you back here after the timeout. It is 34-21 in favor of Moundridge with about 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I say if you're Bennington, attack Kami Under and try to get her to foul out.
Bennington now just starting the press in the fourth quarter. I think if you're Bennington, you probably should have began with that maybe, knowing that this Wildcat offense is quite powerful and decisive. Unruh is tightly guarded by number 12, Watson. Patrick with the ball now. Going for a layup and just can't get it high enough off the glass. This is Clark now, full head of steam going down the court with a little floater of her own.
That'll be good.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, Finn.
The Bulldogs now cut their lead down to 11.
Conklin with the ball. Guarded by number 14, Simmons. And that's going to be a travel on Conklin as this Bulldogs bench going crazy. They've been hyping it up all night.
That'll be a full timeout called by the Wildcats after a bit of a momentum shift here late in the game.
Yeah,
your Moundridge Wildcats lead 34-23. 3 minutes and 8 seconds left. We'll see you back after the break.
The Moundridge Sports Network is brought to you by these Order Chiropractic Clinic, Positive Pet Styles. At the Citizen State Bank, we know banking. Whether you found your dream home, are looking to build your agriculture operation, or just opening a checking and savings account, we're right there with you, each step of the way. The Citizen State Bank, where banking hometown has its advantages. Act 360 Insurance is an independent agency with 4 locations in central Kansas, and we enjoy supporting the local communities we serve, whether it's a commercial, personal, farm, life, or crop insurance. We have options for you. We would love to become a partner in your legacy. CK Farm.
We welcome you back here after the timeout. It is 34-23 in favor of Moundridge. Bulldog ball. as Watson will bring it up. Gives it to Dossett. To Bartlett. Bartlett driving now. Nice pump fake and just can't get it to go off the jumper.
Good move, just couldn't execute.
Yeah, rebounded by Unruh. Unruh getting backed up. Conklin in the corner, takes one for her own and just off again. Now Clark seems to be this point guard for the Bulldogs. As that three-pointer from number 13, Dossett, is good.
That's Dossett's 9th point tonight. We got another timeout here.
This Bulldogs bench is really hyping it up tonight. Well, I respect that a lot. You know, you're down and you still have all that energy for your teammates. That's really what leadership's about. But we will see you guys back here after the break. We welcome you back here after the timeout as Bennington seems to get a little momentum going for him now. This game might turn out to be a close one if the Wildcats don't put up some more points.
Yeah, Bennington's been on a little bit of a heater in these past couple of minutes they had, so we'll see if they can really iron this one out. 26-34, 3-possession game. Cats are really looking to.
And that's a travel by Cammie Unruh. She just loses her mind and just takes an extra step trying to stop.
This Wildcats offense seems to be falling apart a little bit here.
As the Bulldogs are very hyped after the travel call, they have a chance to be another bucket on offense.
Simmons slowing everything down. Bartlett, back to Simmons. Simmons trying to drive and find something, but there's nothing there. Dossett taking a baseline. Out to Simmons. That looks like it got tipped. There's going to be white ball after a foul on Bartlett. Might have been a over-the-back call there, as that riles up the Bulldogs crowd a little bit.
Yeah, and all the Cats need to do here is waste some time, and they're going to have this one solidified in the books, wrapped it up, go home. They just kind of stall ball and don't turn the ball over.
I mean, if the Cats do win, not quite the win you're looking for as far as, you know, points goes, but a win is a win nonetheless. But if you're the Bulldogs, I think on defense you really need to start going for them. And there they do. As Mr. Shane Hecox wants the tech after that call.
I don't see the tech there, though. She was obviously trying to foul. So I don't understand where the tech is coming from.
Might be strategic, you know, on the Bulldogs' behalf. You know, time running down and all. That will put Hecox at the line to shoot 2. First one does not go.
Hecox only has 2 points on the night. Kind of a quiet showing for her.
Definitely one of the 5 that you want at the line when you're down.
Second one doesn't go either. You just cannot miss those. They're going to call a travel on Hecox. And wow, this crowd is really getting going here.
Yeah, that's really going to make some unhappy Dridge fans. But with a minute to play, the Bulldogs really got to start forcing some tough shots.
Maybe the Bulldogs can find some shots that they missed earlier, and they'll come into play late in this game.
Clark kicks out, tipped away by Unruh. Staying with the Bulldogs with a minute and 10 winding down. It's not a first down. I don't know what that bench celebration is.
And they're just happy to be here, Joe.
Honestly. High over the top. A push.
And that's a travel.
Both sides getting a little bit upset here. I kind of like this intensity.
I'm not sure how that's a travel. She was obviously pushed down by Cami Unruh. I have no clue where that travel came from.
A foul there called on Simmons.
You know, I kind of like the games where the crowds get riled up a little bit. I think it makes it a bit more entertaining.
And if this is any hint for how the boys' game is going to go, just stay tuned.
You guys better be here for that one, okay?
Hecox is going 0 for 3 in her last 3 free throw attempts.
Churchill is on a no retaliation tonight. None whatsoever.
Hecox will be...
As the Bulldogs will have to push now, trying to get some points before clock expires. 1 minute left remaining.
You gotta shoot the ball. You gotta shoot the ball. Layup is no good. Rebounded by Unruh. Unruh pushing the ball even though she doesn't have to, and a Bulldog takes a spill right off the Wildcat.
Bit of a dog fight here. 38 winding down. Cats just got to hold it. They got themselves a victory. Nice win for the Cats tonight.
Unruh misses a layup. Bulldogs have to push the pace here.
Not letting up.
With only about 10 seconds left, I don't think the Bulldogs will be able to pull it off, but definitely a good game from both sides here.
Yeah, and just a nice win from the Cats. You know, a little bit sluggish tonight, but it all worked out. 35-26 is your final score on the night. Bit of rowdy play that we saw in the gym. But yeah, what a great game we saw from the Lady Cats. So make sure you guys tune in to the boys' game at 7:30. That one's going to be a heater. Coming at you live from the Den. We will see you guys then.
The Moundridge Sports Network is brought to you by these sponsors. The Moundridge High School Alumni Association. Bradbury is a proud supporter of Moundridge High School athletics and activities. We believe in building strong teams on the field and in the workplace. Join our team. We're hiring right here in Moundridge. Go Wildcats. Since 1897, Daring Home Services has been your trusted partner. From leaky pipes to faulty furnaces, we've got you covered. Plus, our hardware store has everything you need to DIY. Daring Home Services, we've been getting it right for over 125 years. Call us 620-345-2442 or reach us at www.daringhomeservices.com. KSI Agency, your hometown choice in Moundridge for farm, home, auto, and business insurance. Get customized coverage and personal service you can count on. Call today to receive a free quote. P&M Pumpkin Ranch. We are a Western-themed You Pick a Pumpkin Patch and Flower Farm. We added a train and a new playground to the farm this year. Over 30-plus activities included in the price of admission. Follow their socials. At Mid-Kansas Credit Union, we live by our motto, grounded in the past and growing for the future. We are a full-service credit union with offices in Moundridge and Butte. You can look for more details at mkcu.com. Order Chiropractic Clinic. Positive Pet Styles. At the Citizen State Bank, we know banking. Whether you found your dream home, are looking to build your agriculture operation, or just opening a checking and savings account, we're right there with you, each step of the way. The Citizen State Bank, where banking hometown has its advantages. Act 360 Insurance is an independent agency with 4 locations in central Kansas, and we enjoy supporting the local communities we serve, whether it's commercial, personal, farm, life, or crop insurance. We have options for you. We would love to become a partner in your legacy. CK Pharmacy. Come see us for all your pharmacy needs. Thank you for supporting your local hometown pharmacy because your health is worth it. Are you planning for retirement, saving for college, or just trying to plan your financial future? Call Angie Lincecum at Edward Jones with a personal one-to-one approach. She'll help you build a strategy tailored to your goals. Smart, thoughtful financial advice from someone who truly cares. Call Angie Lincecum today and take the first step toward your financial future.
Fires crackling, the dough is gold. Every slice a story told. Beer is flowing, the night's alive. Taste the craft where flavors thrive.
The Moundridge Sports Network is brought to you by these sponsors. The Moundridge High School Alumni Association. Bradbury is a proud supporter of Moundridge High School athletics and activities. We believe in building strong teams on the field and in the workplace. Join our team. We're hiring right here in Moundridge. Go Wildcats. Since 1897, Daring Home Services has been your trusted partner. From leaky pipes to faulty furnaces, we've got you covered. Plus, our hardware store has everything you need to DIY. Daring Home Services, we've been getting it right for over 125 years. Call us 620-345-2442 or reach us at www.daringhomeservices.com. We have options for you. We would love to become a partner in your legacy. CK Pharmacy. Come see us for all your pharmacy needs. Thank you for supporting your local hometown pharmacy because your health is Are you planning for retirement, saving for college, or just trying to plan your financial future? Call Angie Lincecum at Edward Jones with a personal one-to-one. She'll help you build a strategy tailored to your goals. Smart, thoughtful financial advice from someone who truly cares. Call Angie Lincecum today and take the first step toward your financial future.
I was about to make it. As we take you guys back to the den now. After a rowdy girls game, you can only imagine what we're about to see in this one. As the home fans will stand for defense, we'll join them up here as well. We got some good music going. It's about to get underway. The first boys game back from break. You love to see it. Expecting big things in this matchup tonight. Some of the keys to win for the Cats that we talked about. You know, they got to get back in transition and contain Isaiah Garrett. You know, he's going to be one of their best players tonight. Yeah, they really got to win those 50-50 balls and just push the ball in transition. Will be a big thing for them as we get going here. Lutz fires away right at the start. Won't get it. Rebound. Lewandowski finds Garrett. Wide open corner shot. Kidd just off. Rebound Lutz. He's going to stay with it now. Knitz finds Shahan. Shahan waiting for the drive. Screen from Churchill. Pick and pop. He's going to think about it. Over the top. Knitz. Lutz. Same spot. Same energy. Mangoes again. Lutz fires from distance. And that's a great way for the Cats to open up the scoring tonight. 3-0 with 7:16 winding down.
Lewandowski with the ball. Driving. Goes up for a little jumper. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by Shahan. Pushing the ball up to Knitz. Knitz trying to go to work on Garrett. Pass out to Burge. Swings it over to Shahan. Shahan trying to set up the offense. Back to Knitz. To Burge. Burge driving.
Lutz again. Oh my goodness, Lutz!
Lutz for 3. He's got 6 in this first quarter.
Bulldogs are giving him too much space, and he's just taking advantage of it.
Lutz threading the needle. He's got 6 to start the ball game. Shooting 67% from the line tonight. Lutz playing charismatic.
Loose ball.
Hard-fought battle. Cats come away with it. Find Churchill inside. He's going to rise up. Kick out to Lutz. Lutz is just shaking at the left-hand lay. Oh, my goodness. Lutz have a day. 8-0 run by himself. The man in the garden. Lutz putting on a show. The Bulldogs trying to find something here. Stolen away by Lutz. Are you kidding me?
Get used to saying that name, Joe. Get used to saying that name. Burge with a little jumper doesn't go. Rebounded by Churchill. Churchill fighting. And we'll have a jump ball called. It'll be Bennington's ball.
What a great couple of possessions of the Wildcats. Lutz coming out in dramatic fashion. An 8-0 run all by himself. We will see you guys after the timeout. Taking us back now, Bulldogs down 8-0. The Cats will come out in a bit of a press action here, trying to maintain the ball on their side.
Number 4, Cole Casper will check in for the Bulldogs. As Lewandowski's got the ball. Casper to Law, back to Lewandowski, breaking the press with ease. Garrett in the corner for 3. Just a little bit off. Tip by Knitz, rebounded by Churchill.
Shahan on a breakaway, knocked out of his hands.
Good defensive play there by Garrett. Gotta love the hustle.
As Garrett takes the ball out of him. Could have been another Shahan slam, but denied. Shahan bouncing, hopping, floating over, got it. He's going to get on the board tonight, say he's too small.
Garrett with the ball, trying to break the press. That'll be Lewandowski, back to Garrett. Garrett trying to find somebody. He's got Law in the corner. Picked up by Kendall, back to Casper. Off the leg of Churchill will be Bulldog ball.
And Churchill, being a lengthy defender, and me watching him in practice, he really does try to kick the ball at any chance he can get when he's playing up high.
Well, the other team might get the ball back, but it breaks up the rhythm, Joe, so Churchill's just going to keep doing what he's got to do. We got Kendall with the ball, intercepted by Knitz, taken back to the football days. Just misses the layup, but Churchill goes up to get the ball and puts it back in.
And that's a nice return to sender there from Churchill.
Lewandowski gives it to Law. Lewandowski holding it. Got 10 seconds. You got to get it across. That's going to be 10 seconds right there.
The Cats are playing exceptionally well. No sluggish winter break for them. The guys look like they haven't missed a beat all break. Coming strong in 2026.
Knitz with the ball. Setting up the offense.
Churchill goes up, can't get it. Casper here trying to get it across. Lewandowski kicks. Casper pump fakes, drives straight down. Trying to get something to do with it, putting it in experience. Step through the lane, got it, and that's going to be the first possession.
Lewandowski.
The Bulldogs. Lewandowski finishes us off the glass.
Bulldogs finally on that possession seemed patient enough to wait for a good shot instead of just rushing and getting a steal.
Still a 10-point game here. Knit's trying to set up a play. Burge with the ball, driving. Kicks it to Churchill on the wing. Churchill back to Burge, to Shahan on the other wing. Swings it to Knitz. Knitz trying to go baseline. Throws it up there. Hail Mary, and it's good.
What a jelly from Knitz there.
Garrett bringing the ball up the court for the Bulldogs. Garrett going to work on Knitz, but Knitz is still there. You got Lewandowski on the wing. Back to Garrett in the corner. Guarded tightly by Knitz. Inside to Casper, and that's swatted by Churchill, but they're going to call a foul. Churchill with the good sportsmanship, helping him up.
Yeah, you gotta love to see that. Just like you were saying, you know, guys having fun out there. No heated moments yet.
But if you know Churchill, you know he gets into the game.
Gotta know it's probably coming.
Casper at the line to shoot 2.
Just short there. Off balance shot.
Joe talked about it last game, but those are the shots you just can't miss. Those free ones, unguarded.
Got to make them. They're free for a reason.
Second one from Casper is good.
Paul, if you shoot 100 free throws in a row, how many are you making?
100 in a row?
Yeah.
I mean, I give myself 50% benefit of the doubt here.
Really?
Hey, back in my day, you know, back in my basketball days.
Like I'm saying, if we go to the gym like right now.
I don't know, we can find out.
Offensive foul called on number 10, Heath Churchill.
Anna, you got this by yourself? We're going to go shoot free throws.
No, honestly, though, I think I got 60%.
All right, I respect that. I
think I could go more, but I think shooting pretty good.
It's more than Shaq, man. Garrett with the ball.
So we bring you guys back to the game now. Stay on topic a little bit.
To Kendall, to Casper at the top. Casper trying to drive. Kick out to Lewandowski. Lewandowski for 3. Just a little bit too hard. Knitz with the board. Almost gets tripped up there. Pass to Lutz. Don't leave him open.
Lutz, another good-looking shot. Adolph checks in. Now starting the game for Churchill. Garrett finding his way.
Kendall with the ball.
And Knights through traffic. Kick out over the top to Casper. Trying to shake 2 off. Finds Lewandowski. He's going to go wide open in the lane. Got it! Oh my goodness, what a lay from Lewandowski. Finishing through 2 defenders.
Good finish there, Joe.
The acrobat.
Adolph with the ball to Shahan. Shahan driving. Kick out to Knitz. Knitz trying to go. Swings it over to Burge in the corner. Burge doesn't care. He's going to throw one up just a little bit short there. And kind of surprised that wasn't called on the Bulldogs. I thought he stepped out, but it's the officials' ruling.
Yeah, you got to take what you did. Even if he was out, still going this way. You got to fight through some of that adversity.
Still early in the game, though, you know. Lewandowski getting doubled, and it's going to be a foul called on number 3, Finn Burge. As number 5, Laws will check back into the game for the Bulldogs, taking out Kendall. Casper will inbound the ball to Lewandowski. Poked free by Burge, but Lewandowski will recover it.
Shahan stole it.
Steal.
Finds Burge. Burge is going to lob it up to Shahan. Oh, and he finishes off the window. Shahan got it to fall. The aerial assault from nowhere.
Gotta love the team chemistry here by the Wildcats.
Yeah, and Shahan, as we talked about, you know, everyone knows he's the new kid, but these kids play with Shahan like they've known him for years, and it's just Well, you love to see that. A lot of team chemistry. The guys are bonding. Just the key components to making a good basketball team, as it is 16-7.
Lutz with the ball, guarded closely by Casper. Probably good on Casper's part, but Lutz with a little shake and bake there. Shahan with the ball in the corner. Swings it over to Knitz. Lewandowski coming up on Knitz. Looking for a last second shot here to end the first quarter. Knitz is going to drive, but he's going to get a foul called on Lewandowski for a push. Knitz will have the ball on the sideline.
Sideline inbound here for the Cats. Got 4-4 to play with.
Got to have something quick here.
Lutz in the corner.
Just short.
Can't do it to fall, and that will round out your first quarter of play. We'll be back. Taking you back now, we'll get into some second quarter action. A bit of a wonky lineup. Kaufman and Kane will be in, as long as the three other starters for Burge and Churchill.
Yeah, with the absence of LT tonight, Wildcats are trying to find other ways to get their post into the game.
It's Kane now going to try and look for something. Finds Lutz. Lutz coming off the curl. He's in a high pickup pro hop. Blocked by Garrett. And a nice move there. Just shut down by the Bulldogs on a leash.
Garrett's had a lot of hustle tonight. As Knitz will inbound the ball to Kaufman. Kaufman trying to direct traffic. Gives it to Shahan. To Kane. Kane trying to go to work. Nothing there though.
Raymond.
Kaufman. If you're a big man, I don't know if those are the shots you're looking for.
Especially right now, this early in the game.
As Kaufman will get a foul call on him, but it will be going to the baseline.
Freshman seeming a little bit antsy. Quick three and then a quick foul. Probably not what Knitz is looking for.
Inbound to Garrett. To Casper. Back to Garrett. Garrett looking for three. Nothing there. Tries to go bounce pass. Lewandowski seems to find it. Misses the layup though. Good board by Lutz. Lutz to Knitz. Knitz trying to find something. Nothing there though. Back out to Shahan. To Lutz. Gives it back to Knitz. Lutz in the corner. Just a little bit short. He's been off a little bit. And swatted off the
My goodness, Knitz.
If you're Lewandowski, there's no coming back from that one.
Goodness, pinned him on the glass.
We got Kane for three. Just bounces out.
As Shahan recovers. Won't go.
Good board there from Lewandowski.
Knitz looking like prime LeBron out there, the chase down. You'd love to see that.
Laws to Casper. Inside to Garrett.
Garrett gets a spin cycle.
Shahan just couldn't get both hands on it there. Laws with the good board. Swatted by Shahan. Lewandowski with the board. And there's going to be a foul called on number 23, Kane. That's his first one of the night, as Lewandowski will go to the basket to shoot two.
He nails his first.
Lewandowski, we said his name quite a lot tonight. So far has 4 points as he shoots his next free throw. Been very active on offense and defense so far as he hits his second.
5 points for Lewandowski tonight. And like Anna said, a big name in the gym right now, really controlling the momentum for the Bulldogs and keeping the gym hype on the yellow and black side.
Kane with the ball up top to Shahan. Shahan will shoot a three. Number 1, Isaiah Garrett, star player for the Bulldogs, but he's been held to only 2 points tonight. If you're Isaiah Garrett, what do you think you need to do to get some more points on the board?
Yeah, honestly, the Bulldogs really just need to start making better choices on offense. That's really what's killing them. They got to get open shots, and they can't let the Cats speed them up like they've been going. To see what they got here. Churchill will probably check in for Kaufman at the next dead ball as Garrett drives, snatched by Kane. Shahan's going to be on a breakaway. Raymond, the Kaufman's going to go up. And a foul.
Ball security, talk about it a lot during football, but just as valuable during basketball, you know. A lot of hands in there poking the ball free.
Yeah, Kaufman, only being a freshman, has really fit into his role in varsity, trying to be that extra big guy down low and get those rebounds that they're going to need tonight, missing Schmidt.
I think Knitz is really seeing Kaufman's potential and trying to get him some playing time to warm him up to high school ball. As Kaufman tries to drive, but he'll get a travel call. Isaiah Garrett setting up the offense for the Bulldogs. We'll get a screen from Laws, and he'll take a little jumper, and it will go. That will be Isaiah Garrett's 4th point of the night.
And that's just what Garrett does best, right off the dribble jumper, right in the middle of the lane.
And Garrett will get a foul. That will be his first one of the night.
Luce is going to catch it high at the wing. Spin cycle down low. The shimmy and the shake. Tipped back in by Knitz. Can't get it. Kaufman rebound. Won't get it again. Another one. Churchill being patient. He just swinging it out to Shahan. Nice recovery. Kaufman saves. Churchill three-pointer. No way. Yes way! Churchill gets it from deep. Nothing but the bottom. It's 19-11 now. 4:20 on the board.
As Churchill's being his casual, nonchalant self, not playing with much emotion, but he's still playing very well. As he
knocked
gets
away by Churchill, as he's going to get this one going. Churchill all by himself, full head of steam. Churchill goes up, lays it off the rim, and one. Count it. Buries it with the right. What a take from Churchill. Gives him 4 points on the night.
Yeah, I've liked what I've seen from Churchill so far. He's not being too anxious and going too fast. He's been very patient and very composed, and that has done well for him tonight.
Excuse me, Churchill has 7 on the night.
Make that one
8. Bennington still in it, but kind of lacking behind, you know, just losing their light a little bit. They got to get something going on offense. Like, it's dire time right now.
Knitz bringing the ball up for the Wildcats. Pass to Shahan. To Burge. Burge driving. Get a little jumper for him, and it will be good. That will give Burge his first points of the night. Burge is one of those players that Doesn't put up a lot of shots, but when he does, he's usually pretty accurate.
Bulldogs.
Timeout will be called by the Bulldogs. My apologies, Joe, for cutting you off there.
No, it's all good as we go in 24-11. The Cats are just really shining, and it's been a weird rotation that we've seen so far. A lot of the guys that don't normally get in this quickly have been in, so when they're missing one of their players, it's really nice to see how do they glue everything together and try to get a good cycle going. But we'll be back 3:12 in the second.
The Moundridge Sports Network is brought to you by these sponsors. The Moundridge High School Alumni Association. Bradbury is a proud supporter of Moundridge High School athletics and activities. We believe in building strong teams on the field and in the workplace. Join our team. We're hiring right here in Moundridge. Go Wildcats. Since 1897, Daring Home Services has been your trusted partner. From leaky pipes to faulty furnaces.
And we welcome you back here after the timeout. Score 24-11 in favor of Moundridge with 3 minutes and 12 seconds left in the second. Inbound to Garrett.
As we come back now. Here we go. Trying to get a little something going. A lot of dribble moves from number 32, Kendall. Lewandowski thinking about the three. He'll drive in the paint. Scoops, kicks it out. Flash inside. Churchill grabs it. Churchill over the top to Kaufman. Kaufman fires a Shahan in the corner. Burge, top of the key. Three. Couldn't get it to fall.
Raymond Kaufman getting dirty.
Churchill fires. Won't get it. A rebound off of Burge will stay with them. Nice hustle there from Burge, trying to save that ball from going out of bounds. Knitz finds Shahan, looks for the spot up three, he'll spin move, float over the top, won't get it to fall. Rebound Kaufman, he'll put it back up and score. Kaufman gets one of his own.
Those are Kaufman's first points of the night.
Kaufman's varsity career high is 9. Let's see if he can go on a streak tonight and break it.
2 minutes left in the second. Lewandowski with the ball. Pass to Laws. That'll be to Kidd. To Lewandowski in the corner. And that's going to be a backcourt violation. It'll be Wildcat ball. Those are just those simple mistakes, Joe, that you can't make in these kind of games, honestly. Especially with the score being, semi-close. It's still anybody's game, but if you want a chance of winning, you can't be making those mistakes.
The main thing the Cats need to do is just play some lockup D. They got a good lead. Just don't let Bennington get active, and they'll be fine.
Burge wanted backdoor there for Shahan.
Yeah, for sure. And it was a nice pass, but Shahan's got to get there a little bit quicker. Shake his man a little bit till he's got room to score.
Pretty sure it was poked free there as well. As Lutz with a little shake and bake puts up a floater.
Goodness. Lutz getting through and zigging and zagging.
Lutz has got 10 in this first half.
He really finds his way to the basket.
It'll be Kendall guarded by Burge. Pass to Laws. To Garrett at the top. Guarded closely by Knitz. Back inside. He wanted back inside the Laws, but it looked like it was poked free. But it's still going to be Wildcat ball.
The minute winding down for halftime. Can the Cats get a big shot or a moment to remember?
If you're the Cats, do you waste the rest of the entire minute, or do you try to get something going? And that's just stolen cleanly by Garrett. Garrett now pushing with some momentum, and they'll get fouled by number 2, Kaiser Knitz. And that will be Bulldog ball under the basket. Casper into Laws to Lewandowski. Lewandowski looking for something, nothing there. Back to Casper. Casper trying to go to work, and he'll give it into Laws, who will just throw something up there. Rebound by Knitz to Lutz. Lutz with a little breakaway, but misses the layup.
Lutz will draw the foul. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
30 seconds left in this first half. Wildcats up. As Lutz misses his first.
You know, like I said, it's really unorthodox for Lutz to miss free throws. You know, I've seen this kid shoot them left-handed with his eyes closed, so you can really tell when the pressure gets to him a little bit. As he has 11 now, leading scorer for the Cats.
Lewandowski with a good move, but gets tripped up. Surprised there's no travel call there. Laws to Casper. Casper's just going to throw one up there. Hail Mary wasn't good. And that'll be Lutz with a little floater, but he can't make it. Casper with the board. 5 seconds.
Oh, carry,
yeah,
carry.
That's going to be a carry. As Joe Azarito gets a little bit excited up here.
A little bit. Game watching got away from me, but yeah, you know, we saw the carry. You know, it's hard to not jump at those things when you see them.
Definitely.
And you're like, oh, you gotta hope the ref makes that call.
Sometimes you just kind of forget that you're on the mic. As Knitz will throw one up, but Lewandowski might have got a little bit of it. And that'll be the end of the first half. 29-11 in favor of Moundridge. We will see you guys back here at the beginning of the second half.
Roy ran right across the street, right across the middle of it. Roy, Sarah's.
As we welcome you back to the Moundridge Sports Network, a riveting first half, 29-11. We've seen some great basketball played in the Den tonight. A lot of big moments have happened. We're going to see how the rest of it goes. Paul, you have any thoughts before we get started?
Not too many, Joe. I think honestly, just if you're Bennington, you just need to get some more points on the board. Defensively, I mean, they're not doing too bad. They're just letting some guys who are shooters get open a little bit too much. But I think if they lock down on those shooters, then I think it's still anybody's ball game.
Yeah, and that's really well said. As we get started here, Garrett is going to take the ball for the Bulldogs. Setting up now. Kendall tries to get through, shakes him in a charge. Took in by Churchill.
One of those that could go either way, you never know. Good thing, especially with two early fouls from Churchill anyhow.
Yeah, and we've seen that a lot of games where people will fall over and you really never know if they're going to get that charge call. So yeah, seeing a moment like that is always really up in the air. This Lutz is going to spin now, trying to get something. Burge at the top of the key, waiting, being patient to set up one of their plays. Knitz Hits Lutz. He's going to hand it over to Churchill. Churchill's going to find Shahan. Nice ball movement from the Wildcats as Burge will rise up. He got it! What a shot from Burge.
Yeah, Joe, that'll give Burge 5 points on the night.
I thought we looked a little bit stagnant there early on, but the Wildcats knew what they were doing, just waiting for that right spot. Nice call, Joe.
Yeah, Finn being just a very high-level shooter. He's really used to making those off-balance threes because his form stays the same a lot through his follow-throughs.
Nice job there by Finn also, like you said, to take advantage, make the most of his first start of the season.
A nice temp there from Shahan. Won't go, but he'll get his own rebound to fix it. Knitz will be wide open. He'll drive in the lane and kick it to Shahan. His only to fade away corner three. Won't go. Rebound Lewandowski. Ooh, almost picked off by Churchill. Rised up Kendall hard off the glass.
That would have been that could have been some highlight reel there, Joe. If Heath would have gotten that a little tip steal a few seconds ago. See what he could have done with that ball.
Yeah, and a lot of people, if they don't know by now, if Churchill gets a breakaway, it's going to be something special.
Coach Knitz looks like calling a set play out here.
Churchill comes up, thought about it, spins, shakes his way through, can't finish.
Everything but go in, ball.
Wide open corner shot. Goodness gracious.
And that's a rough shot there from Kendall. As Lewandowski will get tripped up, and he'll also take Lutz down with him.
Tough foul there. He just kind of tripped over his own feet and happened to take Jesse down with him.
Yeah. Knitz starting up a play for the Wildcats.
Knitz will look to find something here, trying to find that lob up. Churchill finds Lutz. Lutz now hits Shahan. He's going to drive through. Lutz, deep three from downtown, just short.
Yeah, that's one of those shots that you can get the same shot at the three-point line and it goes in.
Lewandowski just throwing up a prayer. Tough call there for number 3, Finn Burge, as that will be his second foul on the night. As after this first free throw, Cole Casper will be checking back in for the Bulldogs.
And make sure if you guys are present in the den tonight, the boys basketball team will be doing a signing for the posters, so make sure you guys can come and just support the community and come hang out with the Wildcats if you want to.
Lewandowski's first and second free throw were made. That gives him 8 for the night.
Joe, did the girls just do their signing? Is that what they were doing out there?
Yeah, I think they already wrapped that up, so big shout out to them for getting the win over Bennington and a lot more hopes for the season as Burge tries to nail one, fading away.
The Bennington Lady Bulldogs did a nice job. I felt like they hung in there. They made things scrappy. They made things a little bit tough on our Wildcat ladies. So kudos to them, keeping it close.
Lewandowski
gets a hand on that one. Burge fixes the rebound.
Quick pass to Shahan in the corner. Surprised Shahan didn't just take that shot.
Bit of a slow offense from the Cats. Kind of winding down the pace a little bit. Knitz gets one. Ooh. There'll be a charge going that way. Foul on Knitz.
Knitz doesn't quite agree with that call, but Knitz being such a humble guy and a team player, he's just going to take one for the team there.
Yeah, that's one of the best things you can do is just not argue with the ref. Try not to make the situation worse.
Yeah.
Knitz does a great job of staying composed through a lot of things. Garrett trying to attack hard.
Props to this Wildcat defense, holding Isaiah Garrett to only 4 points tonight.
Tough shot there, rebounded by Lutz.
Yeah, this is about where the ladies' game was. About 32-15, and
what a shot from Burge. Outside of the arc, making it rain, putting them up 20.
Burge has got 8 tonight.
the girls were about to run away with it, and the Bennington Lady Bulldogs whittled it away and made it a ball game late.
Wonder if these male Bulldogs will do the same here, as Lewandowski's just trying to find something. To Kendall, back to Garrett. Inside to Casper. Casper, a bit of a small guy, almost takes out a cheerleader with him, but we will see as number 44, Raven Kaufman, will check back in for the Wildcats. Taking out number 3, Finn Burge. Also coming back in for the Wildcats is number 23, Josh Kane. Shahan on the wing, inside to Kaufman. Kaufman with a nice little spin. He will get fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot too.
It's a nice take there from the freshman, getting active.
So he knocks down his first. He's got 3 on the night so far.
Kaufman knocks down the second one as well. Garrett to Kendall. Kendall just holding the ball, just waiting. Crossover. Spin. Good spin by Kendall. And he will have himself a layup. Haven't seen much from him tonight, but that was kind of an impressive move there.
Yeah, great take. That's one thing that'll get the Bulldogs a little bit more energy here. It's a Steph Curry action from Shahan. Can't get that one to fall.
Garrett's had a lot of rebounds tonight.
Churchill picks his pocket, gives Knitz the breakaway. He's going to go up and finish the 2 points. The fillet for him.
That is something the Wildcats have done so well tonight, is get out and run in transition. Yes, the Bulldogs are quick and they're getting back pretty well, but the Wildcats are still able to execute on their transition.
Yeah, Anna, that's something the Wildcats they've always kind of been good at. It's fast breaks, and it's kind of a slow break here, but
it's finished. A little bit of an awkward transition point.
As Lewandowski is a little bit slow to get up there, but as the ref is apparently going to make Lewandowski go out of the game. Good on the ref to make sure that he's okay. Don't let him play through an injury that could possibly get worse, you know.
Sophomore Jackson Kids checks into the game.
Isaiah Garrett going to bring up the ball for the Bulldogs.
Burge and Lutz will check in at the next dead ball. Can the Bulldogs get a nice one here? Garrett takes it. Can't get through traffic.
Jesse Lutz returning the line for the Wildcats.
That'll be number 11, Easton Shahan, and number 2, Kaiser Knitz, that will get a little bit of a breather. It's going to be a foul called on number 3, Finn Burge, I believe. That will be his 3rd foul of the night. Casper here, going to inbound the ball, picked off by Kaufman. Burge in the corner, trying to drive in, but there's nothing there. Churchill swings it to Kane. Kane now trying to drive back to Churchill. Churchill with a pump fake, and he's going to slam.
Oh! My goodness, what a slam from Churchill, waking up the dead crowd. Oh my goodness. The pump fake and drive. He packs it. What a highlight for him. My goodness, they're going to be talking about that one all week. 43-19.
Kane trying to drive, kick out to Churchill. Churchill driving, maybe looking for the same thing. Finds Lutz, and Lutz has got a 3. That will give Lutz 14 points tonight.
Lutz has just been cash from outside the perimeter.
He's got his spot tonight. That right wing has just been all buckets for him tonight.
Foul there on number 10, Heath Churchill. Garrett will go to the line to shoot 2. That is Churchill's 3rd foul of the night.
As Churchill makes Garrett prove it at the line. Godwin would come in now for the Wildcats, taking Churchill out of the game. As Garrett will connect on his second, giving them 20 points in the whole game. Lutz pushing the ball.
Up by 26, you don't need anything flashy here, but gotta wonder. Still only the 3rd quarter, so Wildcats might still try to put up quite a few more points. As Kaufman will take a 3 and almost airball, but it does hit the front of the rim. Lewandowski's back in the game for the Bulldogs. He's been kind of a big part of this team. As Casper's trying to find something. Not much there, off the knee of Godwin, and it'll be Bulldog ball. And I feel this Bulldogs offense, what do you think you need to do to put some more points up there?
To be honest, I think they haven't taken enough shots as they take the last second buzzer. I think they've been trying to get in the paint so much, but once they step foot in the paint, the entire Wildcats defense is just clashing, and they're taking the ball away very, very easily. I think the Bulldogs really just need to shoot the ball more from the perimeter.
I'd agree with that, honestly. I feel like they're just driving too much and not getting many options. I think they just need to kind of just be content with some of the shots that they're given by this Wildcats defense. As that's the end of the 3rd quarter, we'll see you guys back here after the break.
Taking us back now, starters will be in for the Cats. Take a minute to get started here. Last quarter, breaking down.
Yeah, Joe, we didn't really see a whole bunch from the last quarter, but you know, hopefully in this 4th quarter, both teams will pick it up a little bit and they'll get more competitive. Casper's going to try to take it for himself. And yeah, I don't know.
You just can't miss those. At a varsity level, that's unacceptable.
I got nothing to say about that. Nice pass as Churchill gets room stuffed.
It would have been a nice one to see.
Disappointment on his father's face.
Yeah, it's kind of a moment you got to secure there. Get the 2 points. But they have a comfortable lead. It's not a dire situation. You know, he wouldn't have gone for something like that if it mattered.
Burge with a nice layup. He has got 10 points tonight.
I really like what I've seen from him tonight. He's been very patient, and played very smart.
You know who Burge reminds me of?
Who's that, Joe?
Pat Spencer. I don't know if you know who that is, but he's like this guy on the Warriors, and he just plays the most ethical basketball, like fundamentals, like knows when to drive, makes threes all the time. telling you, if you don't look up highlights, him and Fins are exactly the same. As another one from Burge.
Just bounces out.
Couldn't cash out there.
Not a bad shot, though. Lewandowski trying to find something. Casper in the corner. Swings it all the way to the other side for Garrett. That'll be number 21. Kidd tried to take a three-point shot, but didn't get it to go. Lutz with a three. Just a bit off there. Rebound by Laws. Casper's going to take it up. Stolen by Churchill.
Lutz on a breakaway. Spin cycle, gets one. Draws the foul.
Almost got the and one there.
Kate Laws picks up his second personal foul, and first team foul. Jesse Lutz will be the line to shoot two.
First one from Lutz is no good. Second one is good. Lutz has got 15. As Casper is going to bring up the ball for the Bulldogs. Lewandowski trying to go to work on Burge. Gives it to Laws. Intercepted by Knitz. Pushing up the court to Shahan. Shahan with a nice layup.
Shahan really just connects in the transition. You know, he just doesn't, not the type of guy to miss that many layups.
Not a very high-scoring game from Shahan either, but, you know, sometimes there's just off games. And even though he hasn't scored a whole lot of points, he still helped out the team tremendously with assists and rebounds. Good board there from Casper. Lewandowski in the corner. He'll shoot a three. Just a bit off. As Churchill tries to grab it, and it's going to get pushed by Casper. Churchill taking a second there just to sit on the bench, catch his breath. And we will get a whole new lineup for the Wildcats, getting some subs in. It'll be number 0, Coulter Adolph, number 35, Tremaine Wilson, number 1, Caden Godwin, number 33, Elijah Roth, and number 32, Tion Wilson. As Kendall will come back into the game for the Bulldogs.
The Fresh Cats will try to get something going here. See if they can get some nice moments in these garbage time 4 minutes. As Adolph off the hands of the Wilsons, they go out of bounds. Give the Bulldogs a chance to get something.
Jackson McDowell for the Bulldogs will check in. Wildcats up by 31. Tipped free by Tremaine Wilson, but no one can grab it, and a foul will be called. Looks like it'll be called on number 33, Elijah Roth.
First person, first team foul.
Good attempt there from number 32, Kendall, but can't get it to go. As Tion Wilson, number 32, will get his first foul of the night. Kendall will go to the line to shoot 2. First one for Kendall. Almost banks it in, but it bounces out. Number 25, Cooper Schmidt, will be entering the lineup for the Wildcats.
As Roth got a little beat up on that last play, he's sitting on the bench with a towel on his head.
Might have a bloody nose. Saw him checking it a little bit ago. Wildcats just moving the ball around, trying to find an opening. As Godwin will see one and try to go for it, but almost looked like it came off the fingertips a little bit wrong. As Lewandowski will get the board. And we'll have a timeout called.
Looks like the timeout will just be for subs. We'll be back very quick.
So running clock now with the Cats up by 31. Great game for them tonight. They really came in and competed the first game after break. So make sure you guys tune in to that Sterling game on Friday, because that's going to be a great game. That is going to be one for the books. So make sure you guys go out and support the Cats in their road to staying undefeated in the 2025-2026 season.
Matchup of the top two teams in the state. It will be very exciting.
As number 32, Tion Wilson, will get his second foul of the night. He's got to be careful when he puts his hands on the guy with the ball, even though there's not a whole lot of force. As Adolph gets a little bit of a steal. No good on the layup attempt, but Cooper Schmidt will get a rebound, and he will get fouled and go to the line to shoot two.
Schmidt at the line. Got his first one in his first varsity points of his career. Schmidt to open up. Can he get one? Nails it. Be Cooper Schmidt's first point of his high school varsity career.
That's exciting, Joe. Also, number 14, Will D, will be checking in for the Wildcats. Maybe he will also get his first varsity career points.
As Adolph is just a hustle magnet on defense, trying to get that loose ball and creating those turnovers.
Look at Will D get his hands dirty getting on the ball. Respect out of a little guy like him. Little guy with a lot of might there, Joe. Hail Mary.
That was
no good.
That'll round out your stream for tonight. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe to Honor Sports Network. We'll be back to you guys later in the season. So thank you guys for tuning in, and as always,